Hello, how are we? Welcome back to the channel Up the Reds TV with me, Andy. So, as I do right at the beginning, please like, please share, and please subscribe to the channel. And if you have already done that, thank you very much. And if you haven't and you're still watching these shows, please do me a favor. Please hit that subscribe button, and I can get some of these videos out on more platforms that YouTube use. So this is a pre-match warm-up, Champions League second leg. It stands at Liverpool 0, Galatasaray 1. Yes, we got beat at their place 1-0. Yes, it was a set piece. Yes, we had some half chances. And yes, we need to win by more than one goal at Anfield. There's a stat going around, actually, that I wasn't aware of. Since the Barcelona knockout semi-final win, the Reds have only won one home tie in the knockout stages of the Champions League. So my question to you guys is, can the Reds end this one by getting through tomorrow night? So you let me know in the comments if they will, or do you think they won't after recent performances? Okay, so this will be the third meeting against the two teams. Obviously, we've played the previous two at Rams Park and we've lost both of them 1-0. And you could say that the Galatasaray manager has got one over Slot and his tactics. So yeah, losing this game for me will be the lowest point of the season, because there's no excuses in knockout stage football, no excuses at all. Look, on the plus side, Galatasaray will have no away support. Well, I hope they won't, and I will be somewhat annoyed if any so-called Reds have sold their tickets onto the Galatasaray supporters, because believe me, they don't give a crap. Once they're in the ground, they ain't going to be sat on the hands. They will be supporting Galatasaray, and if Galatasaray have a chance, they'll be up on the seats because they can't stay still. But I hope that's not going to be the case. I hope none of them get through. Look, if we don't start quick and we don't give our supporters something to shout about and get behind the Reds, that atmosphere will fizzle down to the pitch, and the level of groans from 61,000 Reds will not help the players. So it's all right what Slobosly said after the game. You know, they want the players to the players want the fans to stay till the end. They don't want them to leave 10 minutes early. Lad, you and the coach have to be on it. You have to be on it. And listen, we will back you and we will support you. It's a European night, but mate, you and your mates on that pitch have to give one hell of a performance, especially tomorrow night. So yeah, so there's the positives. Okay, hopefully that the Reds can give us a show. Now, what I'm looking for is some kind of identity from this team. You know, we've got less than 10 weeks to go before the season fizzles out, and I need to see something that will take this team into next season. Am I being optimistic? Probably. But my head tells me that this team cannot deliver. They are struggling to deliver. It's down to tactics and what they do on the training pitch. the shocking evidence of Spurs outrunning Liverpool, and for Slot to say in the press conference today, yeah, but they outran Liverpool because we had the most possession. What a load of bullshit. They ran the most because they worked hard and they wanted to make sure that they got something from the game. And guess what? They got something from the game. It wasn't a win. So yeah. More on to Slot while I'm talking about him. So, press conference, team availability. Obviously, Isak's stupid question. Isak's not available. Gomez will be assessed. He wasn't 100% before the Tottenham game, and neither was Ibu Konate. But Joey got the nod, and Ibu's fine and fit. He'll be available, but Joey will be assessed tomorrow and see how it goes. Joey, if he's on the bench, he's on the bench, but he's injured. That's the bottom line. Joey Gomez is injured. I will be surprised if he will play tomorrow in this. That needs to be a high-intensity game. As I said, we need to be on it from the start. And so, yeah, he said, look, we've played Galatasaray twice and lost twice, but we're at home and our fans, they will always be with us, as they are always on European nights. So, yeah, it's a European night. There's loads of tickets going for this game. Loads of tickets, just like there were for the Tottenham game. There is for the Galatasaray game. And there'll be loads more tomorrow as well. So I'm not going. Made a conscious decision not to go. Okay. But I might get to another game before the season pans out in a few weeks' time. So you can make what you want of that comment by me. I think my money is best spent elsewhere for the time being. So, but I'm still behind the team. Unfortunately, it would be from AK Towers. Right, okay, so he also said, I've always made decisions to improve the team and I know how football works. My teams have had most possession, but we have lost games like the deflected shot. An excuse for me, that. Not having it, not having it at all. It says here, my job is to set up the team to create more chances than the other team. Set up chances. He should be setting up a team that scores more goals than the opposition, that defends more than the opposition, that plays the ball quicker more than the opposition, that defends better than the opposition. So there you go. Look, he said, I feel the pressure. We all feel pressure, but it's also nice to have this pressure at a club like Liverpool. What a frigging statement that is. What's all that about? To me, it's gone beyond feeling the pressure, because I don't think that you do feel the pressure. And he said, Galatasaray, asked about Galatasaray, he said, look, they're a good defensive team. He said, they throw themselves at every ball and defend well. We need to score more than one goal tomorrow. That's just the obvious. I'd like a head coach to come and tell me in a press conference to say, yes, let them worry about us. Do you remember Jurgen Klopp used to say that a lot? We are Liverpool, let them worry about us. But teams are coming to Anfield and they are not worried one iota. about us. They do not worry about coming to Anfield this season. And yes, Galatasaray have got a poor away record, but do you know what? They still score goals, and they are a threat. And as I said to you, tomorrow if we lose, it's the lowest point of this team and this club this season. The lowest point. He was asked about Carragher's comments. He said, "I haven't seen them. I don't agree with him." He said about the players playing as individuals. He said, "Not sure why he said it, but I have agreed with him on other things that he's mentioned in the past." So, first of all, he says he hasn't seen it, and then he says he doesn't agree with him about the players playing as individuals. He was asked a question about rank this game, and he said it's the most important one, just like the next one is. That was his answer to that. So let me get on to the team. This is my pick. Slot might pick a totally different team to me, but Alisson in goals. Jeremy Frimpong should play right back, and if it isn't him, it shouldn't be Dom Slobosly. It should be someone else. You could throw Jones in there, whatever, but I'd put Jeremy Frimpong in there. Pace, Konate, Van Dijk, Kirkes on the other side. Pace. They will try to exploit Kirkes on that side. I would put in midfield Slobosly, Gravenberch, Jones across the three, and I'd make sure that Jones was looking after Kirkes. If Kirkes went, he was in that position. And up front, it'll be Salah for me, Ekitike and Wirtz. I don't want Gakpo anywhere near on that pitch. No, I don't. He's not going to give you anything. He's not going to provide you anything. They can read him like a book. They've marked him out both games, but I need to see something different. I would probably go 4-2-3-1-ish, but up front, Wirtz, if you can just play off Ekitike and Jones, he'll have to put a shift in up and down that channel. But the reason I'm not picking McAllister is because it's a game that we need to get a goal quick, and we need to be getting our tackles in. I want to see some fight from these players. And I want to see an effort. I want to I want to see players get the first touch right. I want to see them passing the ball quicker. I don't want to see them putting the foot on the ball or doing that with the hands. I want to see an entertaining Liverpool team. Will I get it tomorrow night? I'm not 100% sure. It depends what message has been sent out by the coach to play that. Look, if the Anfield crowd's quiet after they've sang "You'll Never Walk Alone" and booed the Champions League theme, and we start slow, and the atmosphere just deflates because the passes are going astray. We are, as Carragher says, playing as individuals, and they get on top. Look, Osimhen, we've not looked after him in 2 games. Yes, he's away from home, and we need to look after him better than what we've done at their place. But I tell you what, he's a handful. He's a handful. This Turkish team has got goals in them. All right? Yeah, we talk about their defending, might be suspect at the back, but I have no idea what our identity is. playing, and it's just, look, we're in the middle of March, and I shouldn't be saying this. I should be saying to you guys, look, this is how we play. This is what this player does. This is how he complements this player or the team. But I haven't. I can't. I can't sort of like, without honestly going really in depth and using my coaching head. I can't tell you how we play. He'll probably set up 4-2-3-1 at home when it should be 4-3-3 in my eyes anyway. And we've got to go for the jugular. If we lost the game 3-2 and they made an effort, I'd say, yeah, I'd hold my hands up and I'll say we lost that game at Galatasaray. I'd be quite open about that. I won't be pleased about the result because we knackered it up at Galatasaray, but I would be happy about the performance. We give it a fight. We went in for 50-50 tackles and we won those tackles. We did some dark arts at the right times. We made sure our set pieces were spot on and not just launching them into the area and hoping for the best. So, and I want to see our defending as a unit, an absolute unit. So yeah. So that's my next question. To Liverpool, what is your identity, Liverpool? So yeah. Look, nice and short from me. 17, 18 minutes. This. Do you think we're going to go through? I've asked you 3 questions now. You can answer any one of them. Do you think we're going to go through tomorrow night with this team, with the way we're playing at the moment? Or do you think we're going to get knocked out and have 2 days rest before we go to the early kick-off against Brighton on Saturday morning, where Brighton have won 3 out of the last 4, only lost once to Arsenal, and they were the better team apparently on the day. Right, post-match will be done on Thursday. It'll be out roughly about 7ish. Thanks very much for watching. I hope I could have been more positive with you guys, but I'm not at the moment. I'm not seeing anything to make me positive about the outcome of this game tomorrow, and I want to be proven wrong by the team. But I think it might be the same old. So it won't hurt too much because I'm sort of like the other side of 50% of knowing what the outcome could be. Okay, and again, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you guys on Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening. Up the Reds.